Hello everybody, welcome to Adventures in Beekeeping. My name is Dale and today is July the 19th, 2025 and we are at the breezy meadow ready to bottle some honey. This year's honey harvest was not great. I don't know if you can see, but the level is about right there, one bucket right there. So the honey harvest is not great, but I'll show you around to show you how I'm going to be doing the bottling. I just have like a computer monitor stand right here, kind of wrapped in plastic. And then I have my bucket on top. And then I have a scales right next to me, the scales. And then this countertop here will be where the honey will go when it's bottled. And then I'll show you a couple other things. And then the bottles that have been sterilized are in this box right here to my left. And so I can just reach here into the box and get a bottle, fill it here, weigh it just in case. The lids will be coming from the stove over there, and they will be right there for me to reach. Let me show you the lids. So the lids will be in this boiling kettle, and this is a canning tool. It has a magnet on the end of it. I'll reach in there and get the individual lids, and then I will place them on this tray to dry, and then I'll transport that tray over to where I can reach them when I'm bottling the honey. There are the lids boiling in the water. I'm just going to pick each one out with this magnet and lay them here to dry. I'll probably have to wipe them dry with a paper towel or kitchen towel. Now we have to take the lid off with a handy dandy lid removal tool. Breezy Meadow 2025. This bucket of honey has been sitting here for about 2 weeks since it was harvested, and what happens is that some of the wax or some of the small particles will float to the top. So you don't really want that in your honey. It's okay to eat. There's nothing wrong with it, but we don't want that white stuff in our honey in our bottles. So what I do is, and I saw this on video, on YouTube of course, what you do is you take a piece of plastic wrap. I like to use press and seal. And what you do is just lay that on the top of the honey, and you make sure that there's no bubbles or there's no air, and just kind of lay that down on the top of the honey. Can you see? And I want to try to make sure that I get it all the way to the edge, and I get it and make sure there's no bubbles in it, because where there's a bubble it won't pick up. And what that's going to do is that's going to pick up all that white debris that's in there, whatever that is. Maybe it's pollen, or maybe it's bubbles, or maybe it's a little bit of wax or whatever. And what we're going to do then, once we get it all in there and we get it all laid down, we're just going to pick that up and put it on a plate real quick. So we're just going to pick it up, pinch it in the middle, and then just pick it up real quick. Don't let it drain too much. Now, see? Not very much white. There's a little bit right there. There's a little bit around the edges. But we're in good shape. Now, this can be eaten. Just let it drain onto the plate and you can eat it. It's fine. The next thing that we need to do is take our refractometer and a clean spoon or something and just dip a little bit of the honey from the bucket. We want to make sure that this is measures 18.5 or better, or lower. And so I'm just going to smear that on there. And then I'm going to close the refractometer. And I got honey everywhere. And close the refractometer and pinch it down. And then we're going to look in and see what the value is. It's right at 18.5. I'll see if I can get a picture. The next thing that we're going to do is zero our scale. And essentially what you do is you turn it off on this scale and you turn it, and then you put your bottle on and then you turn it back on. And it will make that weight 0. And then as you fill, your weight should be 16 ounces. So when you test it, it'll be exactly 16 ounces. Alrighty, here we go. First bottle of 2025. We just loosen this a little bit and lift this up, and out comes the honey. I want it to flow pretty quickly, but not too fast that we can't stop it when it's time. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. This line right here should be 1 pound. Oop. All right. Now, it's going to drip a little because this is not a perfect seal on the gate. But then I'll catch it, and then I'm going to put it here. And then there it is. Nice bottle of honey, 1 pound and 0.2 ounces. Isn't that beautiful? There it is, the 2025 Breezy Meadow Honey Harvest, 33 pounds. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like. God bless and have a great day.